Ricky here with Romero Cards. I hope you're doing well today. I'm here for Honeybee Stamps, and today I'm going to be making a Christmas card using some products from their latest release. And again, I'm going to be making one of my favorite kinds of Christmas cards, which is snowflakes. And we're really going to be using two colors in this card, so it's kind of going to be pretty easy, I think. At least I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. I haven't made this card yet, so we're going to be making it together. But before we get down to the desk to show you what we're going to be using, I want to ask you to do a few things. First, when you get to the end of this video, and if you like it, make sure you thumbs up. Second, leave some comments down below so that we can have a little conversation with you, because we really love you doing that. Third, subscribe to the channel, because there's some amazing artists on this channel and I don't think you want to miss them. And lastly, share the love. If you think someone would really love to make this Christmas card, or use some of these products, send this link over to them so they can watch it. Maybe they'll subscribe and become a Honeybee Stamps fan and all that great stuff. So now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead down to the desk and take a look at what we're going to be using today. All right, you guys, so we're going to be using the Let It Snow stamp set along with the coordinating dies, also in these awesome envelopes that Honeybee Stamps now has for their stamps. You guys should check them out. They'll be linked below. We are going to be using some, this is Cardstock Warehouse Navy Blue. We're going to be using that today for the card. This is some mirror ball paper from Simon Says Stamp. Not for sure if we're going to be using this. We're going to see. It depends on what what's going on with the card, because I have a vision, but if that vision isn't right, we may not be using this. We are also going to be using a navy blue envelope because we're going to do a little bit of decoration on the envelope. We are going to be using the Honeybee Stamps Metallic Silver Pigment ink. We're also going to be making a wax seal today, so we're going to be using the Winter Wonderland wax melts that came out last year, along with the Snowflake stamp. And this is a little melting spoon here. And then we're also going to be using this Deco Color oil brush pen to do a little decorating on the wax seal. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get set up for the first couple steps, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get our snowflakes stamped out, and we are going to be using the silver ink for this. So let's go ahead and get the Misty loaded up here. I do have my navy blue cardstock in here already. It is on my grip mat, so we shouldn't have to put a magnet down for that. Actually, let me put my magnet right here on the magnetic mat here so that it does not get lost. And we are going to go ahead and place these onto the paper. My mat, we actually might use the magnet after all, because my mat is not cleaned. I'm very bad about doing that, you guys. Like, I just forget to clean it, and then, then we have this situation of where I'm embarrassed because it's dirty after telling everybody you should clean your mat every time. But we are just going to place all these little guys here, and we might as well go ahead and stamp out all of them. We may not be using all of them on this card, but nothing wrong with having extras here. All right, let's get these guys down onto the Misty here. We're going to rub them down because they are new stamps. We want to make sure they're nice and conditioned. And you know what? I am going to put this here just in case. May not need it, but let's just be safe. All right. So we are going to take the silver ink here, get all of these nice and inked up. This is probably going to take a few stampings here to make sure, because we have a lot of detail in these stamps. So we want to make sure that ink sticks to the paper from it. And we'll just use our little pressure tool here. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a couple here. Pigment ink is a little tricky, you guys. It's not always, especially the metallic. The formula is a little different than regular ink pads, so sometimes it takes multiple inkings. All right, let's get this pressed down again. See how that's looking. That looks pretty good. You know what? Let's just do one more just to make sure. It looks okay the way it is, but you know, let's just make it extra for us. All right, this will be the last time. We'll do this softly. We won't press it down as much. And see what kind of result we get. Okay, you guys, these look good. What I'm gonna do is, I'm off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my stamps, put them away, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, so we have that all stamped out, and now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna place the coordinating dies onto each snowflake so that we can go ahead and get these cut out. So we're just gonna line these up nice. Let's see. Looks good. And we're just going to place some tape on a couple sides of this because we want to make sure it stays. And these are pretty easy to line up. They're not too bad. And we'll just do the same thing here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the dies on all of the snowflakes here, and I'll run this through my Big Shot, and then I'll be right back to show you what these look like after they've been cut out. Okay, so we have all the snowflakes cut out. Look at all these snowflake babies. Oh my gosh, they are so gorgeous. I love them. They are so cute. Check out all of them. So cute. So I kind of feel like what I want to do, I think this guy's going to be a little bit too big for the card I want to put on, so we're going to place him over there for a second. I'm wondering if I want to use this, like, I think it's like a disco ball is what it's called, but kind of put the snowflakes along here. And just see how it's gonna go. I don't know if it's too busy. I'm trying to decide. I don't think it's too bad. But I'm wondering if I should leave that here or if I should use this dark colored cardstock, maybe cut this in strips and then place it on here instead, and then kind of break it up. I don't know if that's the good idea, if that's what I should be doing. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. All right, I think what I might do, I think I'm gonna do some strips on this paper. So let me get that set up here on the table, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at this and see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are just gonna go with this. We're gonna see if we can get this to work out. I think what I'm gonna do is just cut this into like 1/4 strips. Just do a couple. Maybe I'll do 4 of these. And then we'll do a 1/2 inch. And then we'll do 3/4. All right, we're gonna set that aside for a second. So I think how I wanna do this is kind of like this, that. I'm gonna cut this down actually a little bit, but kind of just go across like this. And then, yeah, I think I like this better. So let's go ahead and cut this down first. I'm going to cut this down to, I think it's at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2 right now. So let's cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Alrighty. And then I just kind of want to make sure that I put these in the right spacing that I think would be nice. Yeah, I think I like that. So what I'm going to do is we will go ahead and get this glued down. We're going to use our My Sweet Petunia precision glue press here. So that's glued down. What I'll do is I'll glue down the rest of these and then we'll take a look to see what it looks like. Okay, so I do think this looks a lot better than this whole disaster that was coming together. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to place the snowflakes kind of all through here. Maybe like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these up. Let's put this little guy. Let's put him. Pew, just a little boy here. I'm going to get some foam tape, I think, and pop these up onto the card because I think that will make it look really nice. So we'll do one here and then off camera I will do the rest of them so you don't have to sit and watch me cut foam tape this whole time. But it's pretty simple, you guys. You just take foam tape, stick it on the back, peel off the backing, and then we're going to place this down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut foam tape, prop all these up, and I'll be back with the next step. Okay, now we are going to work on the sentiment, and I believe what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the navy, the Card Warehouse navy, and I'm going to do it in white heat embossing, only because there's a lot of silver happening right now, and I think the white would stand out. So I'm going to be using It's the Season to Sparkle, get it, because sparkle. And I'm going to put it on this navy blue cardstock, I think. So let me get one of my 600 Misties out here. And we'll go ahead and get this stamped out. And again, this thing is dirty. You guys, I'm the worst. Honestly, the worst about cleaning this thing. All right. So we're going to use our anti-static powder here to make sure that none of the powder sticks to it. This is Brutus Monroe Alabaster. And we will use some honeybee stamps, embossing ink to get this stamped out. All right, we'll rub this bad boy down to make sure that it's nice and conditioned. We're going to stamp this out, but we don't want to press too hard on sentiments because we don't want to get it squishy and distorted. So we'll do it slow and soft. And if that means we have to stamp it a few times, that's okay. It's better than doing this 400 times. All right, so that looks good. And then I think I'm just going to be lazy and dip this in here instead of pouring it out. We're just going to go boop, 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 boop. Tap, 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 tap. That looks perfect. I got a few little pieces hanging on here, but nothing a little brush can take off. So what I'll do is I'm going to brush this off. I'm going to heat emboss it and get this die cut out, and then we'll work on to the next step. Okay, so we got this all cut out. Looks perfect. I love it. And we're gonna place this, I did put some foam tape on the back of this, and I think we're gonna place it, I don't know, should we put it there? Here? I kind of feel like it should go across this snowflake. I like this. I think that's where it's going to go. So my head might get in the way while I try to get this straightened up, but let me see here. Yeah, that looks perfect. All right, so we have that on there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to use our honeybee glue here, and we are going to get this glued onto the card base. Which I just used a regular white card base here. All right, so there's the card. We have that done, but I also want to just do a little decorating on the envelope here. I don't really usually do, or I don't show it in videos that I make, you know, envelopes, but I just wanted to do it this time, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, you know what, we may need, let's get the bigger. Let's get the big boy out. Here we go. Because I kind of want to do some off the side stamping. All right. So all I want to do is kind of just do this, you know, off the side stamping here. Let's get this sentiment on here. Maybe we'll do this guy here. We'll do this little guy here. And basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the same thing I did for the paper. I'm going to use the silver ink here. Get these nice and inked up. Just stamp them down onto the envelope. All right, so what we'll do is we're just gonna set this off to the side, let this dry, because I want to put some on the back. And while that's going on, we are going to do the wax melt. So what I want to do is we are going to make one with this navy blue, or this darker blue, I guess I should say. And how I like to do this is I can't find my silicone mat that Honeybee Stamps makes for this. I don't think I have it right next to me handy. Let me just check one quick place. No, I do not have it with me. There is a silicone mat that Honeybee Stamps makes to do this, but we're just going to use the glass mat today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up actually with my heat gun instead of lighting it under a candle, because it's a lot faster. And then when this is all heated up, well, I guess we could do it now. It won't take too long. But anyway, you just take the heat gun and you just melt the wax until it's fully melted. Just go and melt it from the top and the bottom. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get this poured out in a circle, hopefully. There we go. And then let's get this down. We'll let that cool off for a second. Alrighty. So we'll let this sit just for a second while that's going there. And then we can bring this back here and we'll stamp the other side of the envelope. And we might be able to just use the same position here. Yeah, I think we can do that. So let's just, and since the flap seems to be coming up, we'll just hold that down And we could just stamp them in the same places on the opposite side. This guy is probably good. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, so he's good. Let's move this over so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So it's nice. It's got a little bit of a touch of fancy on here. And then what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take this oil-based pen here, and I'm just going to color in the snowflake against the blue. You just kind of want to be a little careful with this so that you don't get the paint where it's not supposed to be. But this really pops on this blue wax, and I think it's very pretty. And I'll hold this up in a second. Maybe I can zoom in for you guys. Let's see. There we go. You just paint on the wax seal. I love this thing. Yeah, there we go. And then I just think this is really pretty. It's just an added touch. Like, look at that. That's so pretty. And then you would just place this on the back of the card like that when you send it out. Or if you're giving this card away as a gift, you could just either tuck it in the envelope or place it inside a cellophane envelope that you would provide. And then, yeah, you would have that card, that gift right there. Let's see. There we go. All right, so you guys, this is today's card. I hope that you guys really like it. I think my favorite part is the disco ball strips. I'm really glad I did it that way. Let me hold it up just a little bit closer for you guys. I think that looks amazing. Again, a snowflake is my favorite kind of Christmas card. I love making them. I love snowflake die cuts. I love it all. And then let me hold it up this way for you guys so you can see it there. Gosh. You know what, you guys? That's just beautiful. I love this. Anyway, we also have the matching wax seal along with the matching envelope. So I think this is going to be a great card to send out. So thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Honeybee Stamps does as well. Make sure that you check down in the description for all the products that were used today. Like this video, thumbs up if you liked it, and then leave some comments down below to tell me maybe what you would have done differently with the card. I think this would look really pretty with a gold kind of foil and maybe some purple snowflakes, something like that. Might have to work on that. And yeah, stay tuned for another video from a fabulous designer here, probably coming up in the next couple of days. And yeah, visit us over at honeybeestamps.com. Check out all the products. Check us out over on Instagram, Facebook, all the things. And then you can also find me by searching for Bromero Cards over here on YouTube or over on Instagram and Facebook. So until next week, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.